This is Ftfe, so Ftfe, otherwise known as Fight the Flat Earth, finally admitted that he was wrong about the Earth. And this happened during this debate with Jeranism that took place. And so I'll leave a link for this debate if you want to see it. I'll leave that link in the comment section and description box. In this debate, Ftfe was forced to concede to a few points that he was stubbornly holding on to about the globe Earth. You see, I also made a video about this a few months back about circumnavigating the Earth. You see, globe Earthers assume that you go in a straight line and end up back to where you started from. They think you just traveled around the globe by going in a straight line. They think if you go east, you're going in a straight line. If you go west, you're going in a straight line. And they say, well, you just go west and you'll turn up right back where you started from. And that's what they think circumnavigation is. And they say, well, that's proof of a globe Earth, they're saying, because how could that happen on a flat Earth? Well, then DITRH came out years ago and said, well, in the center, there's a magnetic north. And as you go east, you're traveling relative to magnetic north as you're going west. If you go the opposite direction, you go west, you're going to be doing the same thing. You're traveling relative to north. So you're going to go in a big circle. And this circle is so big that you're not going to notice that you're even turning. And globe earthers were like, yeah, right, you would notice you're turning. They didn't understand. They're just like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense to them. Well, then maybe a year later or so, Jeranism took out the globe earth model, and he realized that actually you're traveling in a circle even on a globe. You're not going in a straight line if you're going east or west, even on a globe. On a globe Earth, when you look at it from top down, so you look at it from the North Pole and you look down on a globe Earth, you'll notice that it's a big circle that you're going in, even on a globe Earth. If you're going east and you end up right back where you started, that's a big circle, even on a globe Earth. Ftfe refused to admit this for years. He was so sure that going east was a straight line. If you go in a straight line on a globe Earth, you're not going to go east. You're going to end up most likely in Antarctica is what it looks like. I mean, there's no way you can go on a trip around the globe Earth in a straight line and end up back where you started from. And this is something that globe earthers don't understand until they look more into it. And it took Ftfe a long time. So he had this discussion with Jeranism, and I guess this discussion took place on a previous video. The actual discussion took place maybe a few days before the debate, but Ftfe, was brought up, and Ftfe had to concede that, yeah, he looked into it and it's true. Going around the globe is not a straight line, it's a circle, just like on a flat Earth map. So there is no way to travel around the world in a straight line on a flat Earth or a globe Earth. And that's just the facts. And now that we can be on the same page on this, now maybe more globe earthers can start to understand that and stop bringing that up, because that's one of the first things an uneducated globe earther will bring up. How do you travel around the world, if the Earth is flat? And so now, once this becomes more common knowledge, and scientists and people around the world, because they always say, like, everyone around the globe, no, around the world is the appropriate term. Everyone around the world, once they start to understand this, they can no longer use this. So then maybe globe earthers can start to understand that everything that they try to say is a globe earth proof can be explained just perfectly on a flat earth circle. because they think that just because they were told something by the school system and they were told one side of the story of how the globe works, they think that that's the only way it works. And they don't understand you can explain everything. Seasons, time zones, night and day, everything you can explain on a globe earth, you can also explain on a flat earth. You just weren't shown the information. So now FTFE has finally conceded that, yes, this is accurate. And now maybe he can start waking up to more of the other proofs of the flat earth eventually, because, he keeps poking at the bear. He keeps on looking into the information and he keeps on having these discussions. Eventually, he might start to realize that, oh, shoot, this actually is starting to make a whole lot of sense when it comes to the flat earth. Maybe eventually, but I'm going to have a video in maybe a couple weeks where I'm going to explain to you why FTFE is so stubborn about the flat earth. Now, there was another concession that FTFE made in this video as well. And the other concession was about the movie Behind the Curve, I believe it's called, where Jeranism and Mark Sargent are in the video, and Bob Nodal. And basically there's this point at the end of the video where Jeranism is said to have discovered the curve that all of these globe earthers have been running with for years. They're saying, look, Jeranism found the curve because he said interesting at the end of the video. Well, it turns out that Jeranism was saying interesting over an observation that had nothing to do with the curve. Because when you look into the final footage, you'll see that they heavily edited everything to make it appear like he had discovered the curve. But really, they just removed a whole bunch of extra footage, and they wanted to make the viewer believe that he found the curve at the end of the video. And really, there was observations apparently where he found flat. He saw the flat earth, and he was seeing distances beyond where you should see. And then there's other times in the video, I guess, that was cut out where, they're just manipulating the editing to make it look like, okay, he found the curve at the end, but really it wasn't line of sight. He didn't have the proper line of sight, and there was some flawed observations being made, and also some correct observations where he did see the flat earth. So they just edited the final cut of the film to make it look like he just blew it and found the curve, and that's what they wanted to imply. But there's a lot more to the story, that where Jeranism was finally able to explain to FTFE what had actually happened. And now I guess FTFE has finally conceded that, yeah, he did not see the curve. That interesting comment that Jeranism made is not proof of anything. And Jeranism went as far as to say, basically, that's the low bar that globe earthers use to justify continuing to believe in the globe. Basically, like, it doesn't take much for them to say, oh, see, there it is, the globe earth. That's all. You just need to show anything. You can show them a globe model sitting in a classroom. You can show them that spinning globe, or CGI picture of the earth, and they'll say, yep, there it is, the globe. That's the globe right there. And that's all they need to see to believe in the globe. They don't need to really see much of anything. They're like basically programmed to like just believe in the globe at all costs. And the bar is set so low for their requirements of proof, where they'll just accept pretty much anything as globe earth proof, and they get all excited, basically like with those cartoon graphics with the India moon landing, and people will be like, yep, there it is, that's the moon landing. It's just like they get so excited, they start clapping, and they just love any type of assurance that you know, the earth is a globe. It makes them feel comfortable, and it doesn't take much for them to, you know, fall back in line and put their head down and be obedient to what their school books have taught them. And, you know, they say no one has ever lied to them ever in life. And, you know, the system is not out to get them. The system loves them and tells them truth, and they're honest people. You know, they just want to believe in this make-believe world like Narnia or the Wizard of Oz world, where, you know, it's just like a made-up world. It's basically Disneyland is where they're living in their mind. They think this world is just here to love them and, you know, tell them truth and honesty and trust the science because the science loves you. And, you know, they just don't understand that they're actually the ones that have been part of a program, and they're now in a religion by not questioning what they've been told. So the same people that are running from religion, they actually are in a religion and don't realize it by their blind obedience and their blind belief to the system, and they're not able to see through the lies. They don't understand that people have agendas for them, and they just can't believe that a system would be set up like that, where they'd be told such lies and manipulated to believe things that aren't true. And, you know, they just can't come to terms with that. So check out the video. Like I said, the debate between Ftfe and Jeranism. I'll leave the link in the comment section and description box so you can check it out for yourself. I'm also going to leave a link to my other channels, my social media, my free email newsletters, my Feature Mind store, and much more. If you would like to support this channel, please donate as little as $1 to help keep this channel online. It's very important because they're trying harder than ever to suppress this information. So your support keeps channels like this going. So thanks for tuning in. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Feed Your Mind, signing off.